What's going on, guys? Welcome back. You know who it is. I'm not gonna say who it is, but anyways, let's get right into it. So make sure to leave down in the comments section, guys. How much time you've got played? Are you still in the game? We're about what, 2 months in, 2+ months into the Call of Duty life cycle. I personally haven't played the game in 2 weeks. I might actually, give it a shot. Maybe try it this weekend. I don't know. It's supposed to be like double XP and double weapon XP. You know, I really don't give a shit. But like I said, I might give it a shot. But like I said, I've been off the game for about 2 weeks, and so obviously I've been jumping back on some other Call of Duties. Also, my wife got me a 2 terabyte external hard drive for one of my Christmas presents. And I was really happy about that because I got to reinstall a bunch of old Call of Duties and other games I haven't played in a while, that aren't crowding up my Xbox. So, I put World War II back on there, Black Ops 3. I even thought about put maybe like Modern Warfare 2 just to play the campaign, and a few other games. And, a little bit of story here. Let's go to story time. I was playing some Black Ops 3 the other night, some World War II, and I tell you what, man, I've got to say that Modern Warfare kind of broke me as a COD player, man. Not only temporarily, no, not forever. But I'm saying, and what I mean by that is just, well, as you know, no traditional minimap, the slow campy nonsense, the footstep audio, and you kind of get, accustomed to this play style. Playing Modern Warfare 2019, right? I was to a point, actually, I was almost not even using the minimap at all when I played COD Warfare, Modern Warfare 2019. Obviously, unless there's a UAV up or an advanced UAV, yes, I'm going to be looking at the minimap. But I try, honestly, personally, to focus more on, I'll glance at it, but more on the compass. That's really, to me, the only decent piece of data that you have because, obviously, the enemy is not showing up on the minimap. But suffice to say, going back playing these games, again, Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare, World War II, and bro, it kind of, like I said, I was kind of broken there for a second, man. It took me like an hour or two to reacclimate to play Call of Duty like I used to. That being said, basically, first off, the biggest one is the minimap, the traditional, huge, working minimap of, more Black Ops 3 than World War II. World War II's map wasn't terrible, but a traditional Treyarch minimap, not Black Ops 4, as you know, they went to the fog of war nonsense and all that BS, but a Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, whatever, even older Infinity Ward titles as well. To actually get into the habit again of keeping an eye on that minimap, not all the time, but just to, obviously, if you've been playing Call of Duty a while, it's like second nature to look at the minimap while you're playing. I can even think back when I first started playing Call of Duty and just having the hardest time using the minimap. When I first started, like the first month. And obviously, eventually, you get your eyes, your muscle memory and your eyes accustomed to it. And all, especially, you can use a UAV very well to your advantage, especially against newer players. Or obviously the other team that doesn't have a UAV up themselves. But after, an hour or two of playing, I finally got, back into the groove, right? Not only that, I could actually run around without dead silence and actually not get sound horn. It was amazing. I still run it from time to time, but you could still play the game without dead silence. You didn't need it. I wasn't hearing clunky, loud, concrete bottom boots coming around corners or, you know what I mean? And the camping was to a minimum. There's always going to be a camper here and there. Black Ops 3, I don't recall seeing near any. Maybe certain maps if you play what's it, Redwood? The map Redwood? That's a good one, man. I'm surprised they didn't bring that back into Black Ops 4, by the way. Great map. But there's if you don't know, towards the middle of the map, there's 2 pillboxes. It's almost a Nuketown style setup on that map. And obviously, there's always a guy in there with a hard scope sniper, or they might be camping in there with trip mines. But in Treyarch games, it's really not hard to counter these guys, especially with the exit movement. And that's another thing. You go from this super slow sprint of Modern Warfare. Even the double sprint isn't even that fast. It's boots on the ground. And this didn't really affect me in World War II, obviously, because that's a boots on the ground title. But to go back to Black Ops 3, if I stay away from an exo movement game, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, for too long, I really do have to reacclimate myself to it. After like an hour or so, I'm fine. But when you first jump back on, you're like, whoa, bro. It's just the gunfights are just totally different. The mechanics of the gameplay are totally different in a good way. I know a lot of people never care for the Exo movement at all. I personally liked it. I like boots on the ground too, but Exo was fun, dude. Honestly, it's an era I kind of miss now. I know we kind of got tired of it, or I should say the community kind of got tired of it, but I kind of miss it, man. I hope maybe a few years from now, if COD's even a decent franchise anymore, if they actually maybe give it a shot, or maybe some kind of like little hybrid of that, maybe meet in the middle, like a boots on the ground Exo hybrid. I don't know. It's kind of what Black Ops 4 was. But I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, just to sum this little part of the commentary up, man, I tell you, man, Modern Warfare, really, you really got to get into a certain mindset to play. It's like no other boots on the ground ever, man. To me, I mean, I know they wanted to compare it to Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, but man, and even Ghost, man, Modern Warfare 2019 is nothing like Modern Warfare 2 in my personal opinion. And I know this because I know all the OGs that grind in Modern Warfare 2. Hell, I know a guy, he's a pretty decent channel. His name's, The Chosen One. He's constantly dropping nukes on Modern Warfare 2 to this day. He'll go and live stream it like he did, I think he streamed it last week. He hates Modern Warfare 2019. So how are you going to tell me it's anything like Modern Warfare 2? It may look like it. That's about it. It does not play like it, man. And God, it was just a shock to the senses to go back to these other Call of Duties again. But anyway, moving on to the next subject of the commentary, guys. Now we're going to finish this commentary out with something I was thinking about the other day. I think I was watching Thunder. I think he was mentioning about some of the people were saying in the community that the gunsmith in Modern Warfare in 2019 was just a little too complicated for people. Maybe it was a little too confusing. It wasn't very intuitive, as I would like to say. And yeah, I guess I could see that, man, especially with stuff like the suppressors, mainly. It's really kind of common sense if you read the description, but I could see it be kind of mind-boggling in a sense, trying to put a good combination together. Granted, I know there's a lot of channels out there that are giving you class setups for that anyway, so if you want to take a couple minutes of your time and review some of these videos, But one thing I will say, Modern Warfare 2019 did, I really do like the gunsmith. I thought that was an excellent thing they did. It makes me reminisce about COD Ghost, how their perk system was. Had a lot of variety and how you can mix things up. But and I've said before in past commentaries about how one Treyarch, God, I'm a dumbass. One game developer will borrow ideas from the other. They kind of follow each other up year after year. Some for the good, some for the bad. My first commentary upload on TSG was about how basically the theme of it was COD, Modern Warfare, Halo. Like, I was like, bro, Black Ops 4's got this 150 health. Is Modern Warfare 2019 going to have 200 health? Like, are they going to follow them up with that? Luckily, they did not. They went the opposite directions and basically gave it almost a Call of Duty Ghost time to kill. But nonetheless, so what I'm saying is, I'm hoping in Black Ops 5 or World at War 2, whatever they're going to call it, I want to see a gunsmith in Black Ops 5. But I do want to see it streamlined. Now, I've said about people thinking it's overly complicated or it's just not intuitive enough for some people to set up classes properly. But at least I want a streamlined version of it. A little more cut down, polished version. Yeah, it's kind of more Treyarch style anyway. Obviously, lately they're not really as hyper-realistic. They're more on the semi-fantasy, fantasy side, I guess, of Call of Duty. Whatever you want to call it. It's just not closer to a shooter simulator, mil sim like Modern Warfare is. But just a few examples I was even thinking of right off the top of my head. Things like what Modern Warfare kind of is already doing. Like, AK-74U was an SMG in the Black Ops series. Be able to turn that into an AK-47 or vice versa. Or to, what else we got? Like the Man of War. I like to turn the Man of War for Black Ops 3 into like an LMG. Or be able to basically cut that down and turn it into like some like super fast, slow firing SMG type hybrid thing. Or, you could go on and on and on. You know what I mean? Or even maybe change the ammo type in the Locust and turn it into a DMR. I don't know. It maybe has better ADS speed or something. I don't know. Leave down in the comment section if you have any ideas you know, for some combinations. Hell yeah, I like to see the Kuda turn into an assault rifle. Hell, like that. It kind of be like the P90 in Modern Warfare 2019 with the extended barrel and all that. Kind of turns it into an AR hybrid. Just stuff like that. A little more streamlined version. I think it'll be kind of fun, man. I mean, as much as I love the traditional quick draw, extended mag, long barrel, at the same time, it would be cool to see some variants of this. Not like Black Ops 3's lame-ass cosmetic variants, if you don't remember that. They had, like, fast mag cosmetic variants and long barrel cosmetic variants and extended mag cosmetic variants. It was kind of nonsensical. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Nobody gave a shit about that. But in a more Treyarch style fashion, I'd like to see a gunsmith coming up in 2020. Hopefully we will see something of that nature. Like I said, if it's Treyarch style and Treyarch's fashion of doing things, it's going to be a little more simplified, but it will be cool to kind of mix it up. But one thing I don't want to see is some of the BS of the Modern Warfare gunsmith, and that's things like, what is it, the stippled grip tape that slows your ADS speed? It's tape, bro. It doesn't weigh anything. I mean, I own a few firearms, you know, I've got a few hunting scopes. Scopes probably weigh, 4 to 6 ounces. They're not heavy at all. But if you put a scope on your gun in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, it slows your ADS speed down, bro. I mean, maybe if you got like a full-out competition marksman scope, like marksman, you know, match grade scope for shooting 1,000 yards plus, it's gonna have a little weight to it. But nowadays, especially with carbon fiber and plastics and things, you know, they've shaved a lot of weight off this stuff. And you know, obviously, Modern Warfare is supposed to be going for realism anyway. You know, the high-tech military stuff does not weigh a lot, man. So this whole slows down your ADS sprint out time. Get the F out of here, dude. They like went off the deep end with it, that part of it, in my personal opinion. I did like the realism aspect, but that ain't realistic, bro. Straight up. Even adding the grip, again, a carbon fiber grip, a plastic grip on an AR-15 doesn't weigh shit. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with that. I understand giving you better recoil control, you know, changing, you know, maybe your hip fire spread. I get that, them parts of it. Obviously, longer barrels gives you more range, more velocity. And in real life, by the way, the longer a barrel is on a gun, the more velocity the bullet has. That's why you do it. So yeah, that's all legit. You shorten the barrel, obviously. It's going to lighten up the gun. Shortening the barrel on the gun, yes, the barrel actually weighs something. So that's kind of realistic. If you did add you know, a match grade barrel on a gun, I could see that actually changing your sprint out times in real life. That's kind of legit. But the rest of it's BS, dude. I don't know what they were thinking, but excuse me. But that's pretty much gonna wrap it up, guys. Just a little food for thought on the channel. That's kind of what I do. If you enjoyed the rant, man, smack the like button down below and subscribe for me, man. I appreciate y'all coming by. Sorry I'm not uploading as often as I would like, but Modern Warfare sucks, as you know. But that's pretty much gonna wrap it up, man. Like I said, thanks for coming by, and I'll just see you on the next one, man. Take it easy.